Good evening, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I'm Julie, and tonight's video is a continuation of the series we're doing right now from a box set that I got at Books A Million. It is the 50 States of America, the people, the places, the history. There is flashcards in a book here that we are studying, telling us a little bit about each state. So it's very, very fun, and I love learning history, so I thought this was a good thing to do, and so far, most of you are enjoying it. A few of you hate it, and have made it very clear to me that you do, but I like it, and it's my channel, so I'm going to keep plugging on along. So today, we are studying Connecticut, and the card for Connecticut says, Connecticut joined the Union January 9th, 1788. Susan Bysewicz said, we have a great location between Boston and New York, a highly educated workforce, and Connecticut is a beautiful place to live. And that's the front of the flashcard for this one. On the back, the abbreviation for Connecticut is CT. The nickname is the Constitution State or the Nutmeg State. The animal symbol is the sperm whale. Population is 3.6 million. The area is 5,543 square miles. That's smaller than a lot of the other ones. The time zone is the Eastern Time Zone. It is the 5th state in the Union, and the capital is Hartford. And there is that one. Now, in the book, Connecticut. Connecticut may be small, but in terms of history in the history of the USA, it is one of the most important states of all. Home to some of the earliest English colonists and one of the country's oldest universities, it played a key role in the fight for independence and produced some of the country's most influential minds. Its affluence today was founded largely on education, whaling, arms manufacture, and financial services. Situated in the northeast of the country, Connecticut is the southernmost of the states known collectively as New England, and the English influence is evident in many places names such as Bristol, Salisbury, Cheshire, Greenwich, and Windsor. The state's name is derived from a Native American word meaning beside the long tidal river, and refers to the Connecticut River, which runs down the middle from north to south and out into Long Island Sound. Colonism and independence. The English were not the first to colonize Connecticut. It was the Dutch who built the first settlement in what is now Hartford, but they soon found themselves outnumbered by the English moving in from Massachusetts. One of the English pioneers was Thomas Hooker, a lecturer at Cambridge University who led the establishment of the Connecticut colony, though not without antagonizing the local Pequot tribe by provoking a war in which hundreds of tribespeople were killed. Hooker's colony later joined forces with two other English colonies in Saybrook and New Haven to form the Crown Colony of Connecticut in 1662. In 1639, they had established a set of rules called the Fundamental Orders, which are believed to have been one of the first written constitutions, hence Connecticut's nickname, the Constitution State. The appetite for formal education led to the foundation of Yale University in New Haven in 1701, the third oldest university in the country, and later to Noah Webster, publishing his American Dictionary of the English Language in 1828. Webster, known as the father of American scholarship and education, was born in 1758 and was studying at Yale when the Revolutionary War broke out. Connecticut was one of the 13 colonies that joined the Revolution, and in 1778 it became the 5th state to join the Union. Industrial Revolution. Agriculture and fishing thrived in Connecticut, and it became a major whaling center. But the 19th century also saw a rapid movement toward manufacture, with mills producing textiles and munitions factories producing weapons that would help the Union win the Civil War. The state also contributed 50,000 men to the cause. The arms industry developed in the 20th century, and by World War II, Connecticut was building submarines and freighters, as well as aircraft engines at the famous Pratt and Whitney factory in Hartford, and helicopters from Sikorsky and Stratford. I want to show you this real quick before I start reading on, because I don't want to break up the reading here. Well of a time. Welling was a lucrative business in the 19th century, and Connecticut was home to many wealthy whalemen. In New London, the third biggest whaling port in the USA, stands a row of grand houses owned by whale ship owners and merchants selling whale productions. They featured Greek revival facades and were known as Well Oil Row. And that's the picture there. Okay, now back to the regular reading. The state's proximity to New York also saw it develop as a major financial center and today is the America's most wealthy state in terms of average income. From the rolling mountains in the north to the affluent seaside towns of the south, the people of Connecticut mostly enjoy a high standard of living, but the foundations laid by their influential forefathers. But in the cities, there is a marked contrast with increasing numbers living below the poverty line. Politically, the state continues to wield influence and break new ground. In 1975, it elected the country's first woman to be voted in as governor in her own right, i.e., not as the wife of a previous governor. Her name was Ella T. Gracio, a Democrat born in Windsor Locks. Perhaps surprisingly, Connecticut has not produced a president. But in Prescott Sheldon Bush, who served as a senator from 1952 to 1963, it can claim the father and grandfather of the 31st and 43rd presidents, respectively. And then in the little picture above, get your gun. Winchester, Remington, Smith & Wesson, and Colt may be names associated with the Wild West, but these famous gun makers were all based in Connecticut. Bridgeport was the home of Remington's ammunition factory, which produced half of the U.S. Army's small arms ammunition in World War I. And that is a picture of the factory. And that is the reading. I love the history and the pictures, the old pictures that are in the book. It just brings so much to everything. So, what did y'all think of tonight? What did y'all think about Connecticut? Was there anything there that you didn't know about Connecticut? Also, if you live in Connecticut and or around Connecticut, can you tell me what I need to visit if I go there? My goal is to eventually go visit all the states, even the ones that I've already been to. There's states are so big, there's always plenty of things to see, and I want to see them all. So let me know what great places you think there are to visit in Connecticut. But that's it. That's the reading for today. Let me know again what you like to visit when you're, or where you like to visit when you're in Connecticut. And what are your bucket list dreams? What places would you like to visit? And it doesn't just have to be in Connecticut. I know my bucket list dreams are huge. I want to do Route 66. I want to visit all the colonial era towns that there were, Williamsburg, Yorktown, Jamestown, Gettysburg. Just so many unique towns up north that were inhabited by our founders. And I know that those areas are so rich in history. I want to see Route 66. I want to see all the national parks. I want to visit every state and learn about each and every one of them. And it's so amazing. We have such a beautiful country. I can't even imagine wanting to go anywhere else when we could see such beautiful things here. Although I'm cheating, I'm going on my first ever cruise this year. I usually visit Tennessee a lot. That's not too awful of a drive for me, and I love it in the mountains. So I visit that a lot, but it's time to start branching out. So my mom really wanted to go on a cruise. It's the one thing she did get to. Before my dad got sick, they used to cruise a lot, and then once he got sick in the many years that we took care of him, she just has wanted to go on a cruise so bad. So I'm like, okay, we're going on a cruise. So I called up Carnival and booked us a cruise. That easy. So we're going. It's a ways out yet, but it's going to be fun, and it's not going to be our country, but we're going to the Bahamas, so it's going to be neat to see something else. But I would be perfectly happy to travel the whole United States. It's a bucket list dream, and I will do it one day. And I don't mind going to the islands around us. It's not too far away. If I can get on a cruise ship. I am not keen on flying, not a long distance anyways. So I went on my first ever flight a couple years ago, which it turned out pretty good, but I'm still uncomfortable with it. So I'm more concerned, even more than the plane crashing, I'm more concerned of getting stuck trying to get from one port to another. That's more stressful than a plane flight itself. But I'm babbling again. I thank you so much for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all the things that help get my channel out. And make sure that you watch some of the other videos. I'm doing the Bible recap in a year. We're reading the Bible in a year in chronological order. It's a great study for those of you who would like to learn, more about God and the Bible and everything. It's a great, great study, and I hope you'll join us. I also do inspirational videos. I sell Avon. I do Avon videos. We like to get Temu, so we do some of those videos. I do child advocacy videos because I'm a child advocate in the state of Florida. I do all kinds of travel videos. Well, not many. I make it sound like I have a bunch, but I don't have that much. But I just started doing YouTube not long ago, so I hopefully will get there. And I even did snow videos when it snowed here in Florida, which it never does last month. So you never know what you're going to find on my channel. I done a review or two and just anything that I can think of to make videos for you. And I am by no means a professional videographer. I mess up all the time, so y'all just have to forgive me. I haven't gotten into the world of editing. I might get there one day, but right now what you see is what you get. So thank you so much for watching the video. I've babbled on long enough, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.